Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I will be testing out my new slab mould that I got from Soap Cutter AU on Etsy. His name's Vinny, I'm sure you've seen me mention him a few times. He is now making these really cool slabs with silicone liners, which is great because, as you know, I suck at lining slab molds with baking paper, and the walls come off as well, which is really good. I didn't request a lid because I don't really gel my soaps, so I'm quite happy with that, it being a lid. And yeah, it's just fantastic. I can't wait to try it. It's inner dimensions 32 by 32 by 9 high, which is great dimensions to work with. So I'm really looking forward to using this slab mold that he made for me. And now he's actually selling them on Etsy. So he wanted me to trial it out for him and let him know how it is. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Can't wait to try it. And as you know, I get my slab cutter and my soap cutters also from Vinny. So now you can get all three from the same person, and he's located in South Australia in Adelaide, which is great. So he's nice and local. And this is actually a really affordable price for the size and how the sides come off. I think he's put them up for $169 Australian, which is fantastic. Such a great price. So I'm really looking forward to testing this out. I'm hoping to get 60 bars out of this, 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch. And the recipe I will be making today is this is in here as 5 kilos of refined organic coconut oil. And this has been melted down on low heat on my element, on my I don't even know what to call it, the hot plate, I guess, that you see me use in my previous videos. And in here it's got the sodium lactate and the coconut milk powder as well. I still add sodium lactate and salt in my 100% coconut oil bars. I've been doing that since I've been making 100% coconut oil soaps, and it's worked out fantastic. The only thing is that I've never made it in a slab, so I don't know how it's going to behave in such a large quantity. So I have to really keep an eye on it after I pour it to make sure that it's not hard like a rock. And in here is my water, my pink salt, and my sugar, and of course the lye. That's the lye in here. And I'm going to be doing a 3-color split, so it's going to be mainly just white, as the coconut oil will be a white bar. And so just the white kaolin clay for that portion, and then I'll split it off into two smaller batches and colour with pink Australian clay and nude French clay. I'll be fragrancing it with, I've got this really nice natural fragrance oil from Aussie Candle Supplies. It's called Rose Cedar. It's beautiful. It smells floral and like berries, kind of. So I did that at 3%. And I did 0.4% Peru balsam, so I've never actually worked with that before, but it smells exactly like vanilla. And of course I fixed it with 1% cedarwood atlas, so I'm aiming for a rosy, berry, vanilla type scent, and hopefully that stays true in the finished product. These bars are actually going to be donated to the local women's shelter here in Parramatta. It's about 10 minutes away from me. And thanks to, and I'll give a shout out to Magella as well. She's a viewer of mine, and we've actually got to chatting a bit, and she's located in Brisbane, Queensland, and she donated again to the content creation donation. So I used her donation to make this batch and sent it off to the community shelter down the road. And again, hands out like a shout out to her as well, because she's a fantastic individual. She already makes cold processed soaps and donates them to cancer patients at a local hospital, so she's a fantastic human being. So right, I'm just waiting for these to cool down. Once they cool down, I will begin to make the soap, and I'm going to be working with a whisk mainly because It is pure coconut oil, and I've got the water discount as well, like 25% water to oil ratio, plus the salt and sodium lactate. So I'm going to be hoping that it behaves itself, and it is really cold here in Sydney at the moment. So I'm just waiting for everything to cool down to 35 degrees Celsius. They are currently at 50 degrees Celsius, so maybe another 20 minutes to half an hour I'll be able to start. Right, so we've made it to the end. I'm really happy with how these bars turned out. It smells actually quite vanilla, like undertones of vanilla. It's actually quite prevalent, even at 0.4% Peru balsam. And the reason why I have kept it at 0.4%, two reasons. One is because it's a base note, and it's actually quite pungent. It will survive the saponification process, and it survives high heat as well, so it's got a high flash point. I believe it is over 70 degrees Celsius, so it's a fairly good flash point. And second, the dermal limit of Peru balsam is 0.4% of your recipe weight, by your recipe weight, so that's why I did not go for that percentage as well, that ml. But definitely the vanilla smell is there. This was kind of a hard bar to make because it does trace quite quick, it being 100% coconut oil. And the white portion of the bar, there were little clay clumps left in the bars when I went to cut them, as you can see, probably a little bit of it in the picture. And I was a little nervous too because I've never made such a large amount of coconut oil in a slab, so I found that I was rushing just a little too much, but within reason, because at the end, as you've seen, the pink layer, the top layer, it was actually quite hard, and I was trying to smooth it out with the spatula, so that's why I was actually working quite quick. But overall, I'm quite happy with these bars and how they turned out, how they smell. It smells like berries and vanilla. It's just such a beautiful smell, and I know that the women at the local community shelter, at the women's shelter down in Parramatta, close to me, would really appreciate these bars. So I'm really happy to be able to give these bars to the shelter in a few weeks when they finish curing. So I'll give a shout out to Magella again. Thank you very much. Your donation is very much appreciated, and I always like to offset most of the donations I get in content creation as well, and I use it to make bars for the local shelter. And so that's kind of how I roll and what I do with it as well. So thanks a lot again, Magella, and everyone else also that continues to donate to content creation. And thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and happy soaping. Bye for now.